Hey, what's up, guys? It's Mr. Joshua with another toy reveal. Today it's my day off. It's Tuesday, and I took it upon myself to go in my garage and kind of clean things out, and seeing what I can sell and keep. And with me, I have always been a big fan of Star Wars. And when I was a kid, I collected Star Wars figures. I had between like 5 and 10 back in the day. My family really wasn't that rich, and they can only give me so much. But luckily for me, when I was cleaning up my garage today, I came across this GameStop bag, and I looked in it, and sure enough, I found my small collection of Star Wars action figures with their accessories. So that's pretty cool. So today I'm gonna show you guys what's inside of my sexy GameStop bag. So first off, we're gonna review this little figure, the little Luke Skywalker, and this is from his, I think it's called the X-Wing, or it's been a while since I've seen the original movie, even though the last movie is coming out here in about a week or so. But it's called X-Wing Fighter, or I think it's X-Wing Fighter. Anyways, yeah, this is his little orange jumpsuit from the ship, for the ship. But anyways, what I did here is I kept the little crappy rubber band on the lightsaber, so he's always holding the lightsaber, because with little pieces like this, they're really easy to lose and whatnot. He's got some really good articulation for being such a tiny figure. And the head's on a ball joint. That's awesome. He's got a ball joint in his chest as well. Nice little swivel action. I like that. His feet on a swivel joint. That's nice. His legs only move about that far, which is all right. Unfortunately, I can't really do much with his legs because of this weird god awful silver thing that's attached to him. I don't know what that's used for in the movie. No, you would think that if he ran or something that he would actually trip on that. I mean, check that out. It's like ghetto style, It's like something some guy from the hood would wear. Yo, man, I can't be running away from the cops. I'll be tripping, literally. But yeah, I'm pretty sure I have all the accessories for this guy. I know I have the helmet. Digging through my little bag of fun. No big deal. So here's the helmet. The helmet was actually pretty good sculpt. It doesn't look, weathered, but it definitely has some, nice detail in there. One of the things I really like about the helmet, other than the fact it's, squishy plastic, but in there on the visor you can actually, see through it. And that's pretty awesome. I like that. It fits on there nice. A little loose, but it's okay. I like it. What else do we have in here? We have Biker Scout. Pretty sure all these figures have the same articulation, minus like maybe 2 of them, but we'll get in that later. But I've always wanted a Biker Scout. No, they're awesome. He too also has the ball joint in the chest. That's awesome. I like that. And as you can see here, I try to keep the weird little piece of crap rubber band on there just to keep the gun on there, but unfortunately I just took it off. So it's going to be only a matter of time before I lose the gun. But you can see how crappy the hand sculpts are on here. I mean, the hands themselves aren't, crappy. It's just the way they're, molded to hold the gun or lightsabers. It's so loose. It's one of the reasons why I keep the accessories together and I don't let the figures themselves hold weapons, because they're so loose. What else do we have in here? We had a bunch of shit. A bunch of good stuff. We have a clone trooper. This is not a clone trooper. I'm sorry, this is a stormtrooper. And by the looks of it, what do they call, like a desert stormtrooper? But anyways, no, it's pretty badass. I've always wanted a stormtrooper, action figure as a kid, and my mom bought me one when I was about 15. And they're nice, really nice. Again, same articulation, except this guy feels much looser. Actually, no, I think the articulation's a little bit better. Yeah. I like it. And one of the cool things about this figure is that the backpack does come off. It's held together by a little slot thing. You just slide right in. Boom, done. I've always liked these backpacks. These backpacks always remind me of Ghostbusters, And can't wait for a new Ghostbusters movie to come out. 2016 never happened, if you know what I'm talking about. Here we go. I'm not gonna lie this time. Clone Trooper. Now this Clone Trooper is a little bit different, and the reason why is because this one's not the movie accurate version. This is based on the cartoon. I'm not really sure which cartoon it was. It's either the Clone Wars or one of those. I'm not really too sure. But the articulation, it's actually a little bit crappier than the Stormtrooper we just reviewed. And one of the interesting things about this, that the Stormtrooper itself, it's just, he's so, when I say lanky and skinny, The articulation on the legs could be better. Swivel, awesome. Nice little backpack that comes off. I don't really know how it shoots that off, but that comes out. Yeah, whatever. He also has his weapons too. They're hiding right now. My most favorite thing about this figure is that the helmet actually comes off, revealing the cartoon version of the Clone Trooper's head. It's decent. Pretty good sculpt for the helmet. I like it. Kind of wish that this Stormtrooper also had an alternate head or something, That would have been nice. But the reason why they never did it is because Stormtroopers never take off their helmets, or from what you can see in the films. The only ones I've seen that actually took their helmets off that I can recall was I think his name's Finn, the black Stormtrooper guy. It was Finn, and technically, Han Solo was a Stormtrooper, so Han Solo as well. But Luke Skywalker doesn't count because he wasn't, he wasn't a fucking Stormtrooper. So I don't really know what this is. I'm gonna assume that this goes to a Stormtrooper. Maybe it's like an electric prod or something. I know I've seen it in one of the movies before. And this here is the movie accurate Stormtrooper. Clone Trooper, I'm sorry. And unfortunately, as a kid, I actually remember I got this guy from Disneyland when I was about 15. A fun story about Disneyland, when you go to the Disneyland park and you go to the Star Wars store, they sell everything like 50% more than what it originally is. Like this guy right here, I bought him for 15, and originally I could have gotten him in a Walmart for like $7, but I just said fucking bought him. But the first 5 minutes I took him out of the package back in the hotel room, his hand fucking just it twisted right off, because originally hand is supposed to be on a swivel like this, and I was just testing out his articulation and such, and I barely even twisted the hand. It popped right off. I was pretty pissed. And so when I came home, I took my dad's Gorilla Glue and glued it in. Worked pretty well. And I made sure I kept it in a position where it would look nice. It's got a tight leg. Pretty nice. And again, with this figure too, just like the other Stormtrooper, one of the things I like about him is that the helmet also, comes off, revealing the movie accurate Jango Fett clone. Yeah. And it's kind of, battle damaged a little bit. It's nice. Really like the figure. It's nice. For shits and giggles, we can also, compare the heads. Pretty nice. And with me, I prefer the real head more because I don't think the Stormtroopers had a weird, Marine haircut like this. I could be wrong. Awesome. They had to make out for a second. It's been a while. They're gay clone lovers. No, the helmets are actually pretty nice. Awesome. You know what? A thought just occurred to me. I wonder if it would be considered incest if two clones had a relationship together. And because they're basically the same person, just a clone. Makes you wonder. Good news is at least they can't, get each other pregnant, so it's great. Now we're gonna do a Jedi. And I forgot who this guy's name was, but I remember I picked him up at Walmart back when I was a kid. And the reason why I picked him up at Walmart was because I guess he was like this the alternate version of what if he survived Order 66, if I'm not mistaken. And as you can see, he's missing an eyeball and stuff, and he looks more roguish, more of a roguish survival Jedi. And I know in the film he's going through this really cold wintry planet, and then all of a sudden the clone troopers behind him just stop and pull their weapons out and kill him. It's pretty sad because I was actually under the delusion that this dude was a very powerful Jedi, and you'd think a couple of stormtroopers wouldn't have been able to take him out, which sucks. Because this dude was actually pretty badass looking. But yeah, that's the second Jedi, because technically Luke Skywalker, I just remembered, was a Jedi. How can I forget that? And then we have this guy, one of my most favorite Jedi of them all, Samuel Jackson. Samuel Jackson was a pretty badass Jedi. He was pretty hardcore. And I was pretty pissed off when they killed him off. The reason why was because he was such an awesome Jedi, only to be fucked over by Anakin, throwing his little bitch fit. I can't let you kill Palpatine because he's got to teach me stuff. I'm gonna cut off your arm because I'm a little bitch. Then Palpatine just shocked him and threw him off the balcony. I really wish that they made maybe not an alternate, but maybe a like a side story with Mace Windu, like maybe what happened was after he got shot out the window with the electricity force, like maybe he fell a couple of stories, passed out, and maybe crashed into a land speeder, and the land speeder person like basically recognized who he was and saved him. And then Mace Windu, Mace Windu tried to save as many Jedi as he could, secretly, and eventually he met up with Darth Vader years later, and Darth Vader finished him off. Who knows? That would actually be an awesome story. But he does have the original robe, as you can see. No, he's pretty detailed. Legs do move back and forth, swivel. Very tight. He does have some pretty interesting looking, arm joints. And they're tight as well. I'll put his arm back inside the robe because I don't want to, lose the robe. Ironically, that's one of the first things to go with the action figures for the Jedi line. So that usually the robes end up, disappearing. But yeah, Mace Windu, awesome. He doesn't really want to stand up. That's so Samuel Jackson to do. Then we have my all-time favorite Sith Lord, well, technically Sith Apprentice, Darth Maul. Darth Maul is like one of the most badass villains that I know from Star Wars, minus Lord Bane. I think his name is, Bane. He was pretty awesome. But this figure, I didn't know at the time, but he is very limited with his articulation, unfortunately. As you can see, he's stuck in his, what I would like to call the Darth Palpatine pose. Because Darth Sidious or Palpatine, Sidious always had his arms, sticking out like this, which is very fucking annoying because you can't do anything. There's no joint. As you can see right here, there's no fucking joint. He's literally, stuck on a swivel. So you can only go, this way and that way, which is really shitty. And he doesn't have any swivel for the ankles. It's all just one big injection mold piece. That's fun. And I'm actually really surprised that they gave him, kneecap joints, which are, fairly nice. That's like literally the only articulation that he has, which it's pretty annoying. Even the head isn't even on fucking joint. It's on a swivel where he can just go back and forth, Are you gay, Darth Maul? Are you sure? No, you're gay because you can't tell me yes or no. But overall the figure, just the way he looks, it's a nice figure. But I really hate the sculpt of the joints. It's like they fucking half-assed it, It's still a great figure though. But last but not least, we have Darth Vader. Nice shiny helmet. And kind of the same thing with Darth Maul, but not as bad. Darth Vader doesn't really have joints. He's very, very limited in his articulation. He has the wrist joint, so that's awesome. Well, the swivel. Even for some god-awful reason, they even gave his elbow a swivel too. So he can do this shit. But he can't, twist it back and forth. Well, not twist, but, move up and down like the other figures can. So it's kind of weird. Could you imagine him, lightsabering? Lightsaber battle. Yeah. Not the greatest articulation at all. It doesn't even have the nice little swivel where he can like move up and down, and you just can't. You can only go this way. That's it. And his head's not even on a ball joint. It's just on a swivel. But at least he can kick pretty hard. That's cool. His little, cod dick piece can move up and down. Swivel? Swivel? Nope. Oh, fuck. Piece of shit. Come on, come on. You're kidding me. Come on. All right, there we go. He can play hacky sack if he really wanted to. But overall the figure itself looks nice. But just like Darth Maul, I really wish that they would have taken the time to give him the proper, joints and stuff. Because this is Darth Vader, for crying out loud, You'd think that Darth Vader would deserve better joints. But it's a nice, figure. You can't really use it for stop motion. I would never use it for stop motion because there's such a shitty design. But got some loner figures in here too, so that's fun. G.I. Joe. They're about the same, scale, maybe a little bit shorter, which is fine. I don't really know who this guy is. I'm gonna assume he's a good guy. G.I. Joe. It's got a nice ass. Pretty good articulation, if I do say so myself. Another G.I. Joe. Pretty sure he's a bad guy. A little, snake emblem cobra. Yeah, he's definitely a bad guy. One of the things I love about the G.I. Joes is that they're held together by a weird elastic, like, string in the middle, And I've actually broken one once when I was a kid because I was, pulling it like this really, really hard. And I remember it just popped right off. I don't remember what the figure's name was. I remember him being like a light blue color with a mask and stuff, maybe like a ninja. But I was pretty devastated by it. And so I did what any other fourth grader would do. I took my huge magnifying glass from my house, took the figure out to the field, and just melted the shit out of it. It was pretty awesome until I got caught. I got suspended from summer school that year. My grandma was really mad at me. But whatever. Fun stuff. Totally worth it. So I got a blaster. I think that's what they're called. Got two, as a matter of fact. A droid leg. Some of these flatted out locker room things for weapons, I assume. There's actually a bunch of weapons in here. Got some tokens, that's cool. Nice. Got Darth Maul's, double bladed lightsaber, which is pretty fucking awesome. It's worn out, the figure's like 10 years old, so bear with me. We got another R2-D2 leg. What else we got here? That's cool. More weapons. Another big giant, blaster thing. That's awesome. Got a bunch of these little, little weapons. It's cool stuff, I have an overabundance of weapons for the figures. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I've got 9 figures. in all, minus the G.I. Joes. That's pretty cool. Another token for my token Black Companion. These dudes. And don't worry, I've definitely got lightsabers in here. Speaking of lightsaber, now here's a deactive lightsaber. I assume that goes to Luke Skywalker. Back a tank for the Stormtrooper, I believe. One of the two. Like a weird shotgun blaster. It's awesome. Another little biker scout weapon. It reminds me of the noisy cricket from Men in Black. Another one. Another noisy cricket. Some pretty cool looking gun. Another noisy cricket. What else do we got in here? Pretty cool blaster. This one looks more like almost like a sniper, give or take. And that should be it for the guns and such. Then, last but not least, again, we have the lightsabers. And of course, we got Mace Windu. And again, Darth Maul's lightsaber. We have Darth Vader's lightsaber. And we have one of my favorite old, Jedi lightsabers. I really like his lightsaber because it's more of like a silver, like almost a silver glacier blue color. It's nice. As a matter of fact, it's more of a beautiful color than anything. I like it. If I were a Jedi, this is the lightsaber that I would have because it's just, it's awesome. But yeah, this is my little Star Wars collection. Fun stuff. And since I have no need for it, whoever wants to buy it, let me know. It's a pretty great collection to have. And I've enjoyed it over the past 10 years, and I'm done enjoying it. So either I can sell this little collection or just keep it in, GameStop bag for next 10 years. But yeah, if anybody's interested in these figures, just let me know. I'll sell them pretty cheap. But yeah, that's it for Tuesday. If you guys like my videos, please like and subscribe. And as always, thanks for watching.